So I am only a couple pages into the last battle and I am already furious. I am gonna finish, I promise, but it's just so hard to read. Just like the emotional abuse and horribleness of the ape to puzzle, and I don't even remember the ape's name, and I'm like just read it. I hate him so much. Oh, I see it. It's Shift. I hate it so much, and so I'm just like, I'm gonna keep reading, but I just wanted to stop and react like right now. I'm not even done with the first chapter, and I'm already like so angry. Um, I just, it just hits really close to home as I've been in abusive friendships before, and it's really, really difficult, and it beats down your spirit so much. So I'm going to keep reading, but I just wanted to rant a little. Well, here's the episode where I get kicked off the internet for talking about my political views on a booktube channel, which is not what we should be doing. I want to just talk about books, and the problem is this is tied to real life. Narnia is always connected to my spiritual life, but this last Narnia book is very political, and I kind of forgot that. So, I'm sorry if you think that my opinions mean that you can't watch me anymore, but I am gonna share my opinions, even though it's probably gonna get me in trouble, but it's what I believe, so take it or leave it, as you will. There are so many crazy parallels in this book, The Last Battle, to the woke left in America. And I'm making a differentiation between just general liberals and the very woke left. So please understand, if you are a Democrat, I do not think ill of you. I do think that the very woke have a lot of dangerous ideas and they don't see where their ideas could lead. I'm not going to really say any more than that. I'm just going to say it's crazy that Lewis pretty much predicted how America's going to go, and Britain as well, but I don't really know much about Britain. So don't come at me about British culture. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just know that some of the stuff we have in America is in Britain as well. That's really all I know. So it's just crazy to me that Lewis wrote this so long ago, and it has these crazy ideas that are very prevalent in America right now, of redefining what freedom is, and of two gods being the same, really. They're just two names for the same god. That kind of thing. And like that business is the end all be all, that kind of thing. Making money is the most important thing in life, and even some like call me something that I'm not, just because, again, I'm gonna get canceled for this, but I don't really care. I do this channel for fun. I don't make money off of it, so I should be able to say whatever I like. And if you don't want to watch me, don't watch me. But basically, the ape is saying, no, like, I'm a man. You can't say that I'm an ape anymore. And that's very mirrored in American culture right now. So it's crazy how many of these political things I never noticed in this book, because it's fantasy, and because I didn't give a crap about politics until like pretty recently. Something changes when you turn 30. I don't know why, but I didn't care about politics at all in my 20s until like pretty recently. So it's just kind of funny reading this book now and not even realizing how political it was and how crazy it is what Lewis predicted, about how people were going to talk, and they do talk, and goodness, it's scary. So, again, not my favorite book. I think it's a little too unnerving, how similar this is, and it kind of makes me uncomfortable. But I'm gonna, again, I'm still gonna push on. Sorry if this is so negative. I'm normally not this negative. Normally, if I don't like a book, I don't finish it. But this is important enough to finish the series and to finish my series on my channel that I'm gonna continue. But yeah, it's a crazy one. I am almost making a video every other chapter now, and so this, I don't know how long this video is gonna end up being, so I apologize if it ends up being really long. I don't know who's gonna watch till the end, but if you do, thank you. Thank you for watching till the end. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on going, but it's very difficult to read this book, so yeah. So another video in my little saga of reading The Last Battle. It's starting to turn. I love it when Puzzle gets rescued. It's like one of my favorite things is when he gets rescued. So he doesn't have to get used by the ape anymore. And I don't know, it's still going okay. I took quite a break because I had strep, so I'm just starting to recover. So really short today, just turning a little. Still a little depressing, so we'll see. I did want to add, though, that I think the friendship between the king and Jewel is one of the most beautiful things in this book. Just one of the great friendships in all of the Narnia series. So I did want to add that. But other than that, not too much more to say. Hey everyone, so I'm just going out for a walk, but I wanted to film a quick little snippet here about The Last Battle. This is like the most interesting day of reading for me because I honestly don't remember what happens next, which is so much fun. It's like the first time in this whole Narnia reading that I really don't remember. So as soon as they rescue Puzzle, I remember like that bit. But after that, I get really fuzzy. Like, I remember Tash came, and he, like, passed, and it was freaky. But, like, I don't really remember what happens next. So I'm so excited to read because I don't remember what is going on. So I read, like, a couple more chapters, and it was so much fun because I didn't know what was going to happen next. And now I kind of think I remember a little bit, but no, I'm so excited for reading the next. This is probably like my most positive video, of this so far. So we'll see what happens. I'm enjoying it a little bit more now. Alright everyone, so I plan to read this last half in 2 parts, today and Thursday, and that all went out the window because once I started reading and I filmed that little snippet, the last little snippet saying I don't remember the rest, I couldn't stop. So the ending of this book obviously is the thing that like Narnia is remembered for. It's the most amazing ending to any book, I think, ever. Of all the books I've ever read, I think this book has the best ending. Which is a shame because I hate the beginning of this book. That hasn't changed. Like, the ending of this book doesn't change the fact that I hate the beginning of this book. It's like the first half and the second half are like 2 different books to me. The first half is so difficult and so horrible and triggering and bringing up horrible things in my life, and then the second half is everything as a Christian I want to happen and I know is gonna happen, and everything will be alright. And I do wish that it like took away the horribleness of the first half, but it doesn't. By the way, I don't know if I even said I finished. I finished this book because I just like couldn't put it down. The last paragraph is just the most beautiful thing on earth, and I don't know I just want you to read it. I was planning on reading it, but I don't think I will. I think I just want you to read this book. I just want you to read Narnia so badly, and I hope that with my vlogs, I've encouraged like one person to pick up Narnia. It's just like the most beautiful thing ever. And I did cry. I don't know if you can tell. My eyes don't really show crying. And I never cry at books, like ever. I never cry with books because I'm such an auditory person. Like I cry with auditory things, not visual things. But I did cry at the end of this book. And it wasn't probably the part that you would expect if you've read this book before. I cried with the part with the Calorman talking about how he's served the wrong person his whole life, and because he was so amazing and so good, and Aslan basically forgives him and says, I count this as for me, all this work that you did. And it's just so beautiful and so gracious, just like Jesus is so gracious that he would count it for him as righteousness, as it says in Genesis. It was counted to him as righteousness. And that was just beautiful. I don't know if I agree with it theologically for our Earth, but it's beautiful in Narnia. And I just cried during that part, and the ending was glorious, and yeah, there's not really a way to describe it. I just need you to go read it. That's just like basically it is just like, please read this book. The first half is really hard. The second half is amazing and beautiful. So I don't really know if I have much to say other than that. I'm glad that I vlogged through this one. This video is so much different than all the other ones that I did. But I really like this style, and let me know if you like this style of me just doing like short little snippets and then putting them together. I want to try this with other books too, because I really like it, and I'm so at peace now with this book. So I'm so grateful that I read Narnia. I'm so grateful that I changed my TBR for it. I'm so grateful that I finished it like at the end of the year. It's just such a perfect ending to like finish the series at the end of the year. So yeah, I'll post this probably tomorrow. I mean, there's no reason not to. So I'll finish the year with finishing this, which is amazing, and I love that. So thank you for coming on this journey with me. And if you haven't seen the other ones, please go look at the other ones. I'll put the playlist, I think, because I've never linked like the playlist, but I think I'm going to do that. So click on the playlist wherever it is on my screen and watch the ones that you haven't watched, because it's been such a journey, and I've never loved these books so much as reading them as an adult. And it's been like the most precious thing to me to have done this. So thank you for coming along, and I've talked way more than I expected to. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next year.